If you want to blur a background in Krita, whether you're creating a portrait effect, cleaning up a composition, or just making your subject stand out, this tutorial will walk you through the fastest and easiest way to do it. And if you want more simple Krita tips like this, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next tutorial. Let's jump in. First, open your artwork in Krita and take a look at your layers. The most important thing here is separation. If your subject is already on its own layer above the background, you're in a great position because that means you can blur the background without affecting your main subject. If everything is on one layer, don't worry, you can still do this, but you'll need to isolate the background first. If your subject and background are on the same layer, choose a selection tool. You can use the Contiguous selection tool with the W key or the outline selection tool with the J key if you want to manually trace around your subject. Carefully select the subject or the background depending on what you want to keep sharp. If you're selecting the subject, then everything around it will be the area you blur. Take your time here because a clean selection will give you a much better result. Once your background is selected, there are two main ways to blur it in Krita. The first is the destructive method, which is the fastest. This means the blur is applied directly to the pixels on that layer. To do this, click on the background layer in the layers docker so it becomes active. Then go to the top menu, click Filter, hover over Blur, and choose Gaussian Blur. This opens the Blur settings window. Inside Gaussian Blur, you'll see controls for horizontal radius and vertical radius. These settings control how strong the blur effect is. The higher the value, the softer and more out of focus the background becomes. If you want an even blur in all directions, keep the lock icon enabled so both values stay linked together. That way, when you adjust one, the other changes with it for a balanced result. Move the sliders slowly and preview the blur until it looks natural for your image. Once you're happy, click OK to apply it. Now, if you want more flexibility, there's a better non-destructive method. This is useful if you think you might want to change the blur amount later. To do this, go to the Layers docker and click the small arrow next to the plus icon. From the menu, choose Filter Layer or Filter Mask depending on your workflow. Then set that filter to Gaussian Blur. This lets you keep the blur editable so you can come back and adjust the strength whenever you want without damaging the original artwork. That non-destructive method is especially helpful for larger projects because you can fine-tune the background blur after you've looked at the full composition. If the blur is too strong, reduce it. If it's too subtle, increase it. This gives you much more control, especially when you're working on stylized art, character portraits, or thumbnail design. A helpful tip is to zoom out and check the full image after applying the blur. Sometimes a blur that looks perfect up close can feel too strong when viewed at normal size. You want your subject to remain the visual focus while the background stays soft enough to support the composition without distracting from it. So to quickly recap, if your subject is already separate, select the background layer and apply Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. If you want a reversible option, use a filter layer or filter mask and keep the effect adjustable. And if your image is all on one layer, use the Contiguous selection tool or outline selection tool to isolate the background first. That's how to blur a background in Krita in just a few simple steps. If this tutorial helped, give the video a like, subscribe for more Krita tutorials, and let me know in the comments what software tip you want to learn next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.